We traveled all the way to Milwaukee, Wisconsin to take part in and learn as much as we possibly could about the newest tool offerings for 2022 at the Milwaukee Pipeline event. While there, we learned they'd be releasing a new Gen 4 hammer drill and impact driver for the M18 fuel platform and a Gen 3 for the M12 fuel platform. We heard their keynote speeches. We saw their demonstrations against competitors' tools. But the one thing we didn't see was how these new gens of tools compete against the previous generation hammer drills and impact drivers. There was a lot of details left out at Pipeline for 2022, and in this video, we're gonna fill in all the missing pieces. Right after this message from our sponsor, VCG Construction. Want to help out with the channel? Head on over to the merch store. You can get hats, t-shirts, even socks. Link will be in the description below. Milwaukee Tool has ventured to do what I thought was the impossible. Create new generations of hammer drills and impact drivers, make them more compact while making them more powerful. And here's the thing, my M12 fuel tools especially are some of my favorites. They have tremendous power and they're very compact. So when Milwaukee Tool told us that they were 25% more compact and they were X amount of numbers more powerful, it kind of gets lost in translation. How much power is that really? How much more compact is it really? Because everybody knows as things get smaller, can they really be more powerful? Let's listen to what the product manager has to say, and then we'll come back and fill in the missing pieces.
This is the fastest subcompact impact driver while being the most compact, and with the 3 LEDs in front that I know you're all really excited about. Right, when we talked to our users, they told us, hey, we need to be able to do more. We want to be able to complete a wider range of applications. We looked at how we could optimize the mechanism and enhance the motor in order to get more power through the tool. Then by beefing up the electronics, we're able to not only drive bigger fasteners, we can drive more of them, and we can drive them faster than ever before. We're going to drive 5-inch ledger locks into 6x6 pressure treated wood, and we're going to go up against the leading competitor in the 18-volt space. 3, 2, 1, go. So as you can see, the power is unmatched and still an incredibly compact tool. Right? When we talk about compact, we're not just talking about the length. We know there's other tools that are shorter than this one. But when you consider we live in a 3D world, there's the length, there's the width, there's the height, there's the weight of the tool as well. All these things come together to give you the most compact tool.
The new M12 fuel impact driver has that 5-year limited warranty. It has a power state brushless motor. Length is 6.8 inches. Weight is 1.6 pounds. Height is 5 inches. Width is 2.1 inches. And it has a 1/4 inch hex. Oddly enough, a height and width is missing from the previous generation specification. But what's not missing is its 1,300 inch-pounds of torque rating. Compare that to the new Gen 3, which is 1,500 inch-pounds of torque, which gives you a 13.3333% increase from the previous model. Plus, the new generation has Tri-Light, which will illuminate your workspace much better. It seems as though it's a good upgrade, but why leave out those other dimensions from the previous generation, which will most likely be on sale real soon, so don't miss out. Get subscribed and tap the bell.
This is the most powerful subcompact drill while being the most compact and has the fastest speed under load. If you increase the power in a tool, oftentimes you'll decrease the speed. It's kind of a teeter-totter that you got to work with. With this new motor control technology, we've completely elevated that teeter-totter. We've just thrown it through the roof. So now you have 30% more power and 33% more speed in application. So to showcase this, I'm going to show you a very common application, which is a 7/8 ship auger into SPF, and we'll take the leading 12-volt competitor, and we can't even put the thing in the tool. Then we'll grab the leading 18-volt competitor. Didn't get very far. Now we'll show you the new M12 fuel drill. We added that power in without making the tool any bigger. In fact, from the previous generation to now, we were able to shave off over 1/2 inch in length, making it incredibly compact. I mean, just look how small that thing is. We also have the fastest drilling speed under load. Now what that means is we're not talking about no load speed, because that's not as crucial as in application speed. And this tool has the fastest drilling in application, where it means the most to our users, so they can stay more productive and get more done quicker.
The new Gen 3 M12 Fuel hammer drill's product number is 3404-20. I urge you to confirm these numbers. Do the research for yourself to see what you think after I tell you what was missing from the keynote. The Gen 3 hammer drill has an all-metal ratcheting chuck. It has a hammer function. Chuck size is 1/2 inch. It's got a 5-year tool warranty. Power source is cordless. Motor type is brushless. Handles type is standard. The length is 6 inches. The weight is 2.2 pounds. The height is 7 inches. The width is 2¼ inches. How much smaller is that really? Is it 25%? Is it 10%? Is it 2%? Is it no percent? Everything about the two are the same until we get to the sizes. Doesn't necessarily seem to be a ton of difference. But is the new generation smaller? Well, it is. But what does that mean for power? The new generation Gen 3 hammer drill has a rating of 400 inch-pounds of torque, where the previous generation has a rating of 350 inch-pounds of torque. So you're getting smaller size, but you're getting 50 inch-pounds more of torque, which is 14 and roughly 1/4% more power for the new version compared to the previous generation. Will all that extra power in a more compact form factor create excessive heat and degrade the tool's life over time? Also, is the rating accurate? I guess you'll have to wait until we actually have the tool in hand to run them side by side in a tool test draw. Don't know what a tool test draw is? Go to this video playlist right here.
So what we have here, through a full ground up redesign of both our motor technology, our mechanical layouts, and our electronics, we stepped our game up, and what we're going to be introducing you guys here to today is the most powerful 1/4 inch impact in the world. So we've got a nice pressure treated 6x6 here. So we're gonna run this tool against a competitive higher voltage. 3, 2, 1, go. So being able to have the power and pair that with the speed to add efficiency, add productivity to the job site so we can save that time and save that money. It's been a really big benefit for us, and we're really excited about launching that with all of your audiences.
Spoiler alert, we checked inside the collet of the new impact driver from Milwaukee Tool. It indeed has 2 ball bearings in the collet, which is great news. They also included a tri-lighting system, so once again, your work area will be well lit. But let's go over the numbers. Length is 4.49 inches. Weight is 2¼ pounds, or 2.24 pounds. Height is 7.6 inches. Width is 2.6 inches. Max torque is identical for both impacts. Max RPM has increased to 3,900 from the previous generation's 3,600, so you're getting more speed. The one spec that we are missing for the new Gen 4 is the IPM. Gen 3 delivered 4,300. We'll have to see if that makes a difference when we do real-world side-by-side testing of the generations. I can tell you that trigger control has been vastly improved for all of the impact drivers and hammer drills that we tested while at Milwaukee Tool So that is a huge plus.
What we're gonna introduce to the market today is the most powerful drill in the industry. Less stalls, more power in application to get more done. So I've got a nice dense piece of framing lumber here, just a classic 2x10. And I've got a 2 9/16 self-feed bit. What I wanna do is run a leading higher voltage competitor into this denser material and kind of show you how it fares. Struggles to do it in some of these denser materials. We'll run the next generation Milwaukee. Guys, material is so variable. There's so much density within there. So there's a lot that we need to deal with. We need to make sure that we can put forth the most powerful tool that we can to get that job done. We knew we could not add length or any weight or anything else to this tool. And so what you're gonna see from us is that we did not add a single millimeter to the overall length of this M18 fuel drill. It's gonna be the most compact within its class. So definitely very excited to kind of get that out and make sure that we're providing the best-in-class access and control over this tool and alleviating any kind of fatigue. We haven't even talked about what was the #1 customer request from us for the last couple of years, and that was how do I provide enhanced safety on the job site? If I'm working to rough in and I'm trying to make sure I keep my 3 points of contact, but you know, my buddy over here is playing Metallica, I've got 100 things on my mind, you need to be careful, but I'm already in a very compromised situation. So that bind up or that kickback can be very dangerous. So what you're gonna have for us in our auto stop technology is a tool that's gonna shut down before disaster strikes, but make sure that it protects when it needs to, and it lets you do your job the rest of the time. So we've got a demonstration. This rig here is set up to mimic about a 2.5-inch hole saw binding up into some dense material, one of the most common bind ups we see in the field. So we're gonna run these tools individually. So the first one I'm gonna run is a model that has no such protection modes or anything like that in the tool. So we're just kind of setting the level set. That's exactly what we're out to try to remove from the equation and protect from. So we talked about using just something like a gyroscope or a sensor. So next tool has something like that. We're gonna show you how that tool performs with just a sensor in it. So again, if you're not taking into account all of the different variables, we're not meeting the mark for our users and what they expect. Finally, we're gonna run the Milwaukee. So again, being able to shut down before that over-rotation to protect our customer base, add that enhanced safety to the job site is gonna be incredibly important to us.
The newest Gen 4 M18 hammer drill has a 1/2-inch chuck, all metal ratcheting, cordless, power stay brushless. Length is 6.95 inches, weight is 3.3 pounds, height is 8.23 inches, and width is 2.38 inches. Once again, the other specifications seem to have been wiped from the intranet, or at least Milwaukee Tools website. What isn't wiped is its 1,200 inch-pounds of torque, peak torque, and 32,000 blows per minute. Compare that to the new Gen 4 M18 fuel hammer drill at 1,400 inch-pounds. That's a 200 inch-pound difference. What is missing though is the beats or blows per minute on the incoming model. You're gonna have to wait to see if drilling through masonry is in fact easier with Gen 4 or more difficult. Milwaukee Tool is setting up, they're constructing a demonstration specifically for me. And they're gonna let this guy over here run in the demonstration as well. But we have a demonstration you're not gonna see anywhere else. We're in Milwaukee's battery technology booth, and I got the new sweetness. It's the new CP 2.5 high output battery. And old news over here, his name is Flint. He's got the old technology, CP 2.0. We got a couple of lag fasteners.
3, 2, 1, go.
We have Gen 3 M12 fuel going up against Gen 4 M18 fuel. Here's the kicker. They're letting me use their newest battery technology. This is their HO 5.0 battery pack. Flint here is going to be running speed 2. I'm going to be running in speed 2 as well.
3, 2, 1, go.
We're supposed to be drilling more than one.
Well, you getting tired already?
I'm done already, but what are you doing? I didn't know we were going to keep going.
Going 3.
Until what? Until the battery pack dies? We'll do 3 in a row then.
Why are you always fighting with me? Come on. 1,
You guys had a hot dog in your hand?
3, 2, 1, go. Get it, Bobby.
All right. So he might have got me, but he is running the newest generation of M18, although I am running the newest generation of M12.
Although you did.
But guess what? My arms will be less fatigued over time. And if you like being less fatigued over time, then smash the like button. It's free for you to do. And don't hit the dislike button because he's in the video because I was still in it anyway.
My ears are getting.
Yeah. Thanks, everybody.
A lot of you are just like me. You want to see the new tools. What can I run now? What can I buy now? What can I get my hands on now? But if you didn't pay attention to the keynotes, to the executive team, while they gave some intel, some speeches about the direction of the company and what's on the horizon, you probably missed 3 huge announcements that weren't officially made. And I'd like you to pay close attention to what Steve Richmond, president of Milwaukee Tool, has to say here. You're gonna pick up some gold nuggets and you will know 99% more about the direction of Milwaukee Tool than your friends, your colleagues, your loved ones. You'll have this little talking point you could bring up at dinner or drinks. Did you know that your favorite tool company is doing this?
Everybody, 15 plus years ago, we were a very different company. Now, our perspective then and now was, it was not about annihilating our competition. It was about if we did the right things, then we would have the ability to earn the right to be able to innovate, to earn the right to be able to disrupt. So today we are a very different company as well. We have over 10,000 Milwaukee Tool team members in the United States, 10,000 plus. Focused on R&D and development all throughout the U.S.
Steve then hands it over to Shane Mull, who is the president of Power Tools for Milwaukee Tool, and he drops a huge bombshell. Listen to this.
What are we doing in batteries? What are we doing with technology? One thing I can assure you, when we add resources, cordless platform technology has always been critical to Milwaukee. From batteries, battery cells, motors, electronics, capability that we never thought possible even 3 years ago, you're gonna see from Milwaukee. And I'm not sure who's gonna ask me. Somebody's gonna ask me about pouch. Somebody's gonna ask me about what we're doing with brushless motor technology. And my answer to you is yes. The things that we're gonna develop and introduce over the next 18, 24 months will absolutely blow you away with respect to the technology that's coming. And it's only just beginning.
So Shane tells everyone at this keynote, this Q&A, that Milwaukee Tool indeed will be adopting pouch lithium cells. If you don't know about the technology behind pouch lithium, you can go to this video right here. But it is battery technology that allows an enormous amount of amperage out, as well as an enormous amount of amperage in. That means higher draw rates, but also faster charging. That means less heat, which extends battery life over time. You're gonna wanna check out that video, and you'll be able to tie together what that all means for the M18, the M12, and even the MX Fuel line of tools moving forward if they adopt this across all lines. This is huge news. They then go on to drop even more bombshells. Listen to this.
10 years ago, when we had some of our advanced development team, they were working on a pet project, and that was a snowblower. And we will be, in the not too distant future, the OPE team will be introducing a snowblower. So there's a lot of categories like that where there's no question that you know, we're going to break through.
What year is it launching? I want to put more
Oh,
pressure
what
on
year's
Rick.
it launching? Next year, 2023.
So you heard it. Steve Richmond announces, this is kind of off the cuff too, announces a snowblower from Milwaukee Tool. Now, here's the thing. You can eliminate M12, not gonna happen. But what platform will this snowblower happen on? Will it be the M18 or M36 platform, as we've been lovingly call it, that requires 2 M18 batteries? I can't imagine that a single M18 battery will be able to power even a single-stage snowblower. 2-stage snowblower, forget about it. So it would be 2 M18 batteries or a single MX fuel battery, especially for a 2-stage snowblower. My question to all of you would be, if Milwaukee Tool did release a snowblower on the MX platform, would you be more willing to adopt that platform and bring it into your fold? We want to know. Leave that below. But it gets better. Another question that you've all been asking, the Milwaukee executive team commits to. Literally, plausible deniability is a yes. Listen to this.
Will there be any future changes to the M18 vacuum in terms of adding pack out on top or dust collection or dust separation, Bluetooth?
What do you think, Tim? Is that a good idea? Connectivity is changing rapidly along with other technologies, so that's something that we continue to spend time on, and you can expect to see our focus on connectivity, whether it be in one key or outside of Bluetooth low energy. So there's a lot of things that we're looking at in that category. That's rapidly changing and evolving, you know, outside of just what we're doing, but in other industries as well. So
they gave us a yes to all of those questions, which means you got your wish list filled. Shane goes on to let us know they are committed to connectivity, to making systems at this point. It seems to me, from what I've heard, that they have the basis for all of these power tools. Every platform is fully filled out at this point. For the most part, it seems to me their next move is to start building systems where these tools, these dust extractors, these vacuum cleaners all integrate to make a more connected and cleaner, safer job site.
Today we're in a little different world. We started down a different journey, and that journey in outdoor power equipment was to say, how can we take from electric to gas and move it all to cordless?
We knew that there were incredibly high expectations for what Milwaukee Tool would deliver here.
Class-leading power.
Having consistent power is critical for professional users.
Now, through our world-class new product development, we are looking to displace those gas and manual solutions that are currently out in the market today.
This is our first dual battery M18 tool that we brought to the market. So what we've been able to do with our fuel technology is deliver the most powerful battery-powered walk-behind mower in the market, and it actually exceeds the maximum torque levels of a 200cc gas engine. So when it comes to starting up the blade motor, all you have to do is pull back the bail bar, hit the start button, it gets up to speed immediately. So really eliminating the pull starts of a gas engine.
Easy, cowboy. In the M18 Fuel top handle chainsaw, we are able to outperform in speed of cut the leading gas top handle chainsaw on the market today. Most importantly, we deliver upon this performance without the headaches associated with gas.
Yo, it's Milwaukee's. This is their brushless brush. Brushed.
We have our bristle brush, and it's ideal for removing unwanted material from hard surfaces, such as packed on dirt or up to 3 inches of snow. This power head will operate all 8 of our attachments on the system.
Yeah, you get Andrew on camera. We'll let him do it. Go ahead.
I'm going to demonstrate the power of this tool by cutting this broom head.
There's 2 bricks in each of these boxes. So it's just not like you're blowing cardboard boxes around. Am I operating this thing wrong? That's off. I mean, that's full on. This is half choke, there's full choke. This is full choke. That's, what is that?
We recently launched our new M18 fuel dual battery blower, which is going to be a supplementary solution to our existing M18 fuel blower.
One more time. You're a cheater, dude. This is Milwaukee's 36 volt blower. I don't care what Milwaukee tells you, that's what this is. All right, here it is. You ready? Variable speed trigger. Okay, but if you don't want your hand getting fatigued, you needed to hold down. You had a lot of leaf clearing. You actually can set the speed. And you don't have to even hold that button down.
We're able to deliver a consistent 600 CFM and 145 miles an hour. The dual battery blower also has an instantaneous throttle response.
He's dual wielding.
So not only are you not having to deal with pulling the cord to start a gas engine, you're getting that full throttle in under 1 second.
I said if I came back to Milwaukee Tool, I wanted cheesesteaks on the lunch menu. Where's my cheesesteak?
We had pork. That was the closest thing we could do.
They're not even the same thing, pork and a cheesesteak.
We got another challenge.
Is this a challenge?
It is now.
Okay, I'm all about it.
So on our M12 sprayer, we've got 3 different settings that'll go from 0.1 to 0.3 gallons per minute up to 80 PSI.
I'm going 20 feet.
20 feet? You ain't gonna make 20 feet with that thing.
I got 50.
What are we betting here? Cheese curds or
Take a look at the manual solutions that are being used today. As you pump up, the pressure goes up, and as you spray, it drops down. So it ebbs and flows throughout the application, which often results in under or over spraying.
I mean, it's pretty doggone good. I will say this. I think that the overall reach of that tank's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad.
But you have to pump it.
We're going to be walking through our brand new M12 brushless pruning shears. All right, I'm physically not able to cut this, but during the hands-on, if anyone's feeling strong, give it a shot. And these are higher end loppers, so let's see how this does. It is, yes. And let's see how the pruning shears do. So while you can pull the trigger and have that full cut, you're also able to control the blades. So this means the blades are following the trigger movement.
So what were you about to show Flint? You want to see an expert run it? Because I'll run it.
Our M12, launched this past May. For those detailed, intricate shaping applications for topiaries or sculpting small shrubs and bushes. Also, as you can tell, balanced on one hand at just under 4 pounds, this is a great addition to the subcompact market for those hedge trimmer users. For users who are looking for that delicate shaping, you're able to provide increased access and control.
This is a masterpiece. We don't need a big, bulky, hulking, hedge trimmer. You know what I mean? Like this one here, we don't need that.
The 24-inch giving you a larger blade length for more material clearance, with the 18-inch giving you a smaller bar for it easier to maneuver for tighter shaping applications.
Thank you. This is my assistant. This is Flint. Okay, you might know him from social media. Probably you don't, but thank you for your help. We appreciate you. We can make one cut in a one fell swoop, and that's the technical term. We could shape up our sides. And the best part about having this extended reach, I'm so tall, I don't need to bend over anymore to get to my work. Stay tuned, smash the bell, because when you come to the next video, this bush will be shaped like a dinosaur. It's gonna be terrific. Get subscribed.
From crumbled up pieces of sandpaper, multi-tools with melted pads, and larger palm sanders that are often just way too aggressive, we knew that there had to be a better way. The M12 Fuel Orbital Detail Sander. We deliver a stain grade surface finish through our orbital motion, which helps to eliminate any follow-up work prior to paint or stain.
So we're just gonna go general removal of material. We're able to get into and manipulate the tool or reverse the pad to get all that detail work done. Getting into those tight corners, Milwaukee didn't necessarily have a solution for that until now that was dedicated. What I would do instead of breaking out a dedicated solution from a competitor would be to put on the pad onto my oscillating multi-tool to get in tight into the corners up close. This is I'm happy to see this solution.
The new Milwaukee mesh sanding sheets for the new M12 Fuel Orbital Detail Sander. So this is going to demonstrate our durability behind our new sanding pads. This is a head-to-head, side-by-side demo. Same setup, same battery power, same tools, same weight, same edge we're being sanded on. The only difference is the accessory on it. So we have the new Milwaukee Power Grid mesh sanding sheets here. Yes. The left side, we have the competitive mesh sanding sheet. You can feel that it broke that corner, it rounded it off with no problem. No damage to the Milwaukee mesh sanding sheet with Power Grid technology. The competitive mesh sanding sheet is completely torn in half.
Do you have a price point for the different packs?
$12.99 for the 12 packs.
So $12.99 for 12 packs. Yep. So a little over $1 a sheet.
Yep.
Fair enough. And then you said there was
36 pack, $36.99. And then the sponge interface pack, the separate one, is $5.99.
The M18 Fuel Belt Sander. We have the highest material removal rate not only among cordless competitors, but also among incumbent corded tools that lead this marketplace. This bag was designed intentionally for the job site to be very durable, to last and withstand the rigors of the job site. It's going to hit the market at the end of next month.
The M18 Orbital Quarter Sheet Sander. The vibration levels on these tools tend to be really high, so we worked hard to minimize that vibration and are proud to offer a lowest vibrating cordless quarter sheet sander on the market.
Let's just say for some reason you wanted to ease the edge. I mean, that made for quick removal. We have a nice rounded corner. Now, if you wanted more consistency, obviously we go round over bit on a router, but for some reason, it's fixed in place. You need to just ease that edge later. Maybe this would do the job for you.
You're gonna get the longest life of any blade type in the market with the nitrous carbide blade performance. So the demo that we're gonna do is pretty simple. 2x10 pressure treated wood, 5 fluted masonry nails, shingles, cement board, and a piece of angle iron for good measure. So I'll be using the wrecker with nitrous carbide blade.
Like the competitor seemed like it does comparably speed through the metal, but it's just getting killed through the wood. What am I seeing? This doesn't make sense.
It's the multi-part technology that, again, keeps it smoother, keeps it a lot cooler as well. And then, you're not going to see the heat build up, you're not going to see it wear down.
It has been a few weeks since we got back from Milwaukee Tool's Pipeline event for 2022,
And a lot of you have gone to our comments section and have asked the question, hey Vince, where is your content on the new M18 Fuel track saw? To be totally honest with you, while I was at the event, I was super fired up. It's finally here, I thought. They gave us a 6.5-inch track saw. They even gave us a whole bunch of new blades to go along with that track saw. But at some point, I think it was around the time I got on the airplane and started to come home, that excitement from that huge, energizing event kind of started to wear off because those wheels started making me think a whole bunch of things, like a little demon on my shoulder, talking craziness. But the reality was it a demon or was it a little angel? Because kind of started to make some sense in my mind that this new track saw offering might not really make much sense. I'm gonna tell you all about it.
We're excited to show you guys today the M18 Fuel 6.5-inch plunge track saw. So we know a long-awaited tool.
We listened to their keynote, and we actually used the tool, and we were impressed. There's some sticking points though, and I just can't seem to get past them.
Can you tell us the price point of the saw bare tool and in kit form, please?
So bare tool, $399.
Okay.
Kitted with the pack out, you can get one battery, charger, and some of the basic accessories, dust bag, anti-splinter, like guard pieces.
Okay.
That's gonna be $549.
Milwaukee has engineered specific accessories for the track saw, which will include 31-inch, 55-inch, 108-inch guide rails, guide clamps, and connectors, a guide rail bag, and replacement non-slip strips. Here's where the problem lies. Number one, what do you mean accessories? How could you have a track saw that doesn't include tracks? Now, I understand that you can buy exactly the track you need, but maybe one to start the kit off? I'm confused. I'm confused by, they're calling this an accessory. It's not necessarily accessory, but it's good to have varying sizes. I get that. But before I get too much into a rant here, let me just move on a second. Milwaukee also introduces their new line of 6.5-inch track saw blades for increased accuracy and finish quality cuts. Compatible with the M18 Fuel Plunge track saw, these blades will be available for general purpose, finish, fine finish, fiber cement, and laminate. The anti-friction coating resists corrosion and gumming, and the laser cut technology reduces wobbling and warping. The 6.5-inch track saw blades are outlined with cobalt-infused tungsten carbide, which has been engineered to extend the blade's life and maintain tip sharpness.
Now, we've been working on this for some time because we know the user of a track saw is a very discerning customer. We wanted to make solutions dedicated for the carpentry applications that the carpenters and remodelers around the world were doing.
I like that Milwaukee Tool is moving in a direction of systems. I like that they have pack out. I like that you can customize your pack out. I like that they're now selling tools in customized pack out. This way you can stack your boxes up with the tools that you need, roll in and out of a job, you'll be more effective. Can't argue that. Here's the thing though. They're moving towards dust collection and systems, but what dust extractor are you using with this track saw? Your brand new 6, 9, and 12-gallon vacuum cleaners are not Table 1 compliant. You don't have the ability to make them OSHA 1 compliant. And on top of it, they're not Bluetooth capable. Let me give you the specs. It has a 5-year warranty. It has a bare tool weight of 9.8 pounds. It has a bevel capacity of -1 degree up to 48 degrees. It has a cut capacity of 2¼ inches. It has an arbor size of 20 millimeters. The saw becomes available October 2022, okay? With a price tag of $549, without a single track, without the clamps you're gonna need, without mending bars. If you wanted to buy just one 55-inch track to get you started, that's gonna have a cost of $95.90. If you wanted a smaller track, maybe starter track, 39-inch track would be $79, and a 118-inch track would be $229. These are the closest in sizes to Milwaukee's new offerings. And here's the thing. So you're looking at, if you wanted to just go with that 55-inch size track as a starter kit, for instance, you're looking at adding $100 to $549 for the tool. And what I told you earlier, Milwaukee Tool's not really competing with its immediate competition, DeWalt, Makita, even Ryobi. Milwaukee Tool has taken years to perfect their offer. Years. When other companies had a track saw, Milwaukee Tool said, no, we're working on it. We want it to be perfect before we bring it to you. And I can understand the want to be perfect. OCD all day long. I hear you. But here's the thing. Milwaukee Tool didn't necessarily have to do all the research and development on the tool per se. They sure didn't have to do product analysis and see if this is something that the marketplace would want. Their competitors did it for them. This wasn't like a crapshoot. Oh, will people actually adopt a track saw? There's no guessing. So my point is, why price your product that has already been researched? The market has already determined that they want one. Why is it priced at the upper echelon near top level tools like Festool? Okay, but not more competitively towards your actual competition. If you want to give me an answer, leave it down in the comment section below. What am I missing here? Am I overthinking this? Is it what it is? Is it what it isn't? If you like the content, then smash the like button. It's free for you to do. It doesn't cost you a dime. You'll get 7 years of good luck. There's no good reason not to.
What is this?
Utility pole?
Wow. What is this?
It's a utility pole.
I like that. Okay, good.
I am one with the utility pole.
In this video, we're going to be reacting to the Milwaukee factory tour that we can't even describe, or like we can't even talk about or show you any pictures or video because it's highly top secret.
All right, hey, good afternoon, everybody. And today I'm excited to announce the first USA manufacturing hand tool plant for Milwaukee Tool in our history. And it's built from the ground up. It's a $55 million investment. We're also employing 150 Americans right here in West Bend, Wisconsin.
Buying dozens of linesman's pliers over the years of my career as a contractor, I will tell you, buying the competitor's brand, sometimes you'll get a really great pair, sometimes you'll get a pair that is just so sticky and stiff, it never breaks in. I literally get frustrated and get rid of it.
We've invented new ways to manufacture these products. We looked at how would you make pliers, screwdrivers today, not how would you do it in 1950. And honestly, what we came to understand was a lot of the issues that users are running into tied directly back to the manufacturing techniques that our competition is using.
I can't emphasize how impressive it is that Milwaukee Tool has made such a large investment into this factory. And on top of that, the processes that they put into place.
The processes and the actual machining, the processes, is who set that up? Is that done in-house?
Yes.
So you're using laser?
We're using laser.
So instead of, what's the other process?
Induction heat treatment.
So instead of using that, right?
Yes.
Think about it. Like the price of entry's got to be higher for laser.
Much higher.
But over time.
So in that lab, remember I handed out those pucks?
Yeah.
So we cross-section everything that we do to make sure that our gradient, so the gradient meaning like how far down we heat treat, is precision controlled. If you look at the capability of that process, it is like 10x more capable than the induction process. So we're able to dial in that hardness on the cutting edge and the serrations, and that's critical for the life and the cut force.
I think that people, when they think of manufacturing, they think of like sweat pouring, people are dirty.
Fully AC.
That's great. Like,
that's the mantra, man.
I'm so impressed though that Milwaukee has brought all of that in-house.
Because of these processes they're using, it's a cleaner, nicer, and safer work environment for the people working in this factory. Milwaukee also uses some other processes for forming, stamping in their forging processes. We were not able to give you any footage. Now, we can't show you the laser treating. We're not allowed to. Maybe we could show you some stock footage from some other factory, must be a really high-tech one, that uses laser treating on their material.
they're testing their linesmen cutting steel blanks.
Just being 100% with all of you, when cutting with the linesman pliers, they didn't always seem to require the least amount of force when cutting through materials. The competitors actually seem to require less force.
ACSR, never been able to cut it myself, ever, until yesterday. I might be sore, but I did it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I went to communications training. So I went through an apprenticeship program for communications and then for utility.
What are you most excited about?
Lineman's pliers.
I think they're great. I really like the needle nose. I like the cutters. I mean, they feel good.
Yes.
And you don't have to, they're easy to manipulate.
Right.
But when I have to fight with a tool to open it,
Right. My job is to be boots on the ground.
Sure.
Because I'm the middleman between the end user and making sure that information's relayed the right way.
Sure.
There's nothing more rewarding than when someone who hasn't been a part of that research process who sees it.
I will say that I think the viewers would love to see the facility at some point. Maybe we could set that up. I think that it looks like you found a faster, better way to make a high quality tool at a specific price point. So price point on linesmen, cutters.
Yeah, so
and
everything's going to be right in line with our leading competitors. So think of like a Klein and Ideal channel lock. We're going to be in that same price point for everything really you see here today. On the screwdriver side, I mentioned the tips don't fit. That honestly comes down to the variation, the lack of quality control on the screw manufacturing side of things. No pH2 from one manufacturer to the next is the same. There's that variation. So how do you try to account for that? With our precision machining, we get that precise fit, so you reduce that chance of stripping. Gonna do another demo here with screwdrivers. So we've got 800 pounds loaded up in this steel storage. It's another 400 pounds of steel storage, 1,200 pounds total. What we're gonna try and do is pull this with the competitor. Take ours, again, torque down, and you've got the ability to pull 1,200 pounds here across this floor.
Come on, Eric. Has something to do with the ways the wheels are going there, I guess.
You want to conduct these tests and then have us do them as well. I'm not taking no blood oath. Milwaukee is the only screwdriver that can pull this 1,200 pounds. When clearly multiple people demonstrated that the competitor's brand can do it as well. I know that every manufacturer wants to put their tool in the best light. All the cutting tools seemed really sharp. All the screwdrivers seemed really good when tightening down fasteners, as a screwdriver should. Fit him, it was good. Under promise and over deliver. Milwaukee Tool seems to want to make such crazy claims that you overlook the fact at that point the story isn't anymore that these are great tools that are produced in the USA. The story becomes that Milwaukee Tool is lying in their testing, and the quality of these American-made tools is overlooked and overshadowed by that story.
We are so confident in the quality and the control and the process that we have in our products that we will be launching with a lifetime warranty on all of our USA-made hand tools.
Here's the thing. This is Milwaukee's first time producing hand tools in a USA factory. Maybe they will be on par with other tools. Maybe they don't have to blow all the other tools out of the water. We're overlooking the fact that they're just a quality tool. Like, it's just, you just being extra. Milwaukee Tool. I don't get it. I don't get it. And listen, I like everybody that I spoke with, but the reality is that you mustn't think too much of us. I mean, we're contractors. We're tradespeople. We know BS when we see it. And the problem is that I have no choice but to call you out on it. It's a shame.
The number one metric for me from an end user standpoint is the voice of customer. That's my number one quality metric. That's why I listen to you, listen to Tool Guide, read the Home Depot reviews. So you guys help calibrate me and my team on if we're doing the right things.